White Oak Secondary School and St. Mildred's Lightbourne were 2 out of 44 schools that competed at Canada's largest high school robotics competition, held from April 5th through 6th. This competition is unique in that it brings together students and their mentors to design and build a robot. Although White Oak Secondary School placed 24th, what they had was astronaut Chris Hadfield rooting for them, and he was not afraid to say so.
Well, I have to root for my alma mater, and that's the high school that I went to, the high school that my wife and I met at, and I've gone back and spoken several times at White Oaks, so I was pleased to hear that they were in the competition, and of course I'm rooting for them. It looks like it's really well built. What I like, actually, is having the students explain to me how it works, because it shows both their pride and their accomplishment, but also it shows a level of comfort with their understanding of how to make a machine work out of a bunch of different things. And that's something, when you first look at a machine, normally it looks like something that was built all by someone else. But to know each individual piece and figure out how something works and have it something you design, that's a real interesting learning process. And these guys really have a grip on that.
So I heard you asking questions. What were some of the questions you were asking them? I heard about testing.
Well, what I learned very much as a test pilot and as an astronaut was if you want to improve your chances of success when the day really arrives, you need to have prepared for a long time in advance in as realistic a conditions as possible. And that applies for space flight, but it applies very much for any sort of application on Earth and for the robotics competition that these guys are in. So I think the lessons that they learn here will also apply for anything they're going to do in the rest of high school and then afterwards.
What do you hope that this would do for these students?
There is a certain, I guess, confidence that comes with success and comes with completion of something difficult. People aren't born confident. Confidence comes through having accomplished something difficult and being proud of your result. And these people are doing something that is technically difficult in an international competition, and no matter what the result is, they will come away from it with an improved confidence and understanding of their own capabilities. So I think that's what the best result of something like the first competition is.
We wanted to have a robot that would do a little bit of everything. We don't do anything exceptionally well, but we do a little bit of everything, which really makes us, I think, a good selection. We are able to grab the robot. We have a combination of speed and torque, which can push the basket where we want to. And we also have a ball launcher in time of need if we need to get those extra points.
So it's not a complex robot then?
It's a simplistic design, but it's got some really complex parts to it. Our clutch mechanism in itself was a really excellent design by one of our students. He took some long hours and thinking out processes, and he made a model, or a scale model of the claw, and he was able to retrofit it into a different design out of aluminum to make it lighter, because weight is also an issue. We do have pneumatics involved. We have pretty heavy-duty electronics as well, so there's a little bit of everything involved.
And what it is just two hooks hooked up to pneumatic actuator, and when it pushes out, it pushes onto the goal, and when it pulls it back, the two claws come out like that.
How did you come about developing this?
Well, I kind of took apart of scissors, like pliers and stuff, and I flipped them around, and I kind of just worked with it. I built a prototype and stuff too.
I helped design the electrical and the pneumatic system down here, and it basically shoots out this claw and grabs onto the goal.
Put something like this together, I'm thinking that you would be in need of finance. How were you financed?
The kids were awesome with that. We started out a little bit early this year. Because of our past experiences, I knew that we were going to have to raise some funds. Our budget was about $15,000. And the students, through donations, through corporate sponsorships, such as Oakville Hydro was our main sponsor, we were able to have a raffle and also raise the money through sponsorship. So the kids, with the raffle and stuff through the school, we raised about $4,000 that way. And with sponsors like Oakville Hydro on side, it made it possible.
Well, I'm basically a senior mentor for the team, so I guide the team from previous years and tell them what to do and help them out in different areas of the robot. Not necessarily the robot, but other components that go along with it, like the video or publicity, things like that.
Mr. Arno, what do you get out of this?
A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of heartache from my wife, but in the end, the ultimate reward is seeing the kids take on the challenge. At this point, I'm just kind of pushed aside and say, okay, Mr. Arnold, we're into it now. You can go sit down. So that's my reward, is the gratitude from the kids and the expression on their faces when they're out there.
For Plugged In, I'm Lana Richards.